Aubrey, do you think travel is an important IELTS topic to prepare for?
Absolutely. It comes up all the time. Part one, part two, even part three, you're very
Mm-hmm.
likely to see it on speaking and writing. There are a lot of task two topics about travel as well. So it's vital that you have good vocab.
Totally. And listening and reading. I mean, the
Totally.
first two parts of the listening test are about like general topics, right? Compared to parts 3 and 4 that are academic. So the first two parts, I often hear stuff related to travel, like someone calling a travel agent or someone talking about travel plans with a friend, stuff like that.
Totally.
So, like, just this topic, these ideas, the vocab related to this huge topic of travel is extremely important for IELTS students. Now, we have the perfect thing for you guys to prepare for this topic. Aubrey, what am I talking about?
Yes, guys, we are going to share some really interesting proverbs today. And we want to point you to a great episode over at All Ears English. But first, we want to make sure that you know about a very exciting product we have available, right, Jessica?
Yeah, guys. So you might have heard us talk about this before, the Connected Communicator course. So, guys, we are offering a special package, and it's only available June 30th to July 5th. Guys, so it's super important you get in on this now. allearsenglish.com/summer. So in the course itself, guys, listening, vocabulary, pronunciation, speaking, all of these skills are practiced through 72 video interviews with native speakers. These interviews are about all different topics. They come from a road trip that Lindsay did across the country, and I'm in there too because she came to Portland. It is the best course to prepare your natural English, guys, to really impress the examiner. And these focus skills of listening, vocab, and pronunciation. So you get $20 off the course plus a free vocabulary bonus, 6 native idioms about energy and motivation. So guys, check it out now before July 5th, allearsenglish.com/summer. Okay. So getting back to the travel idea, because again, this course is about a road trip, right? You travel with me and Lindsay across the country. We're going to teach you 2 proverbs. Now, what's the difference? Well, proverbs/quotes, right? What's the difference between these and what we call idioms?
Yeah, idioms are just something that based on the words we use in a phrase, you can't decipher what it means. It has a different meaning. Whereas a proverb or a quote, this comes from a book, maybe something an author wrote or something a famous person said, maybe a proverb from the Bible, right? This is coming from somewhere else that maybe we're attributing it to someone saying who said it or not. And then they sort of become famous because people use them all the time and become sort of part of our regular vernacular.
Yeah. So it does qualify as idiomatic language, but it's not an idiom, right? Because the source is different. And mainly, like Aubrey said, the words mean what they say, right? Unlike idioms, but also proverbs like this, like we'll share today, we're going to teach you too. These have like their purpose is to like teach you a lesson. It's like like learning something from a story or something like that. They're supposed to like impart wisdom more than anything, right? So let's get to it, guys. These are great for IELTS speaking and writing to summarize your thoughts and opinions about a lot of different topics, actually. So what's the first one, Aubrey?
Yes, all who wander are not lost.
I love this one.
I love it too. It gives such a good feeling to travel, right? We're not just going to see historic sites. Like we all have this need to travel, to get to know other cultures. So it's this idea of like, we're intentionally traveling to learn about new people, new places. And it just is just such a feel-good phrase.
Yeah, I think we often use this to speak positively about people that may seem like they don't have a goal, or it may seem like they are not living a traditional organized life, right? That they are carving their own path in life, maybe like traveling or trying different jobs or going freelance for a while, sort of choosing a different path, right? And trying different things with their life. So this is the idea, like if you are wandering, it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're lost and this is a terrible thing. It means this is positive. This is a way for you to discover yourself. So I think this is just a positive spin on people that choose non-traditional paths.
Yes, for sure. I think of all the people when I was traveling in Europe as a kid, backpacking, that people I would meet in the hostels.
Yeah.
They had been traveling for years, no real
Totally.
plan for like, eventually I'll get an education or a job. But
Yeah.
the wealth of knowledge of cultures and peoples, their minds were becoming so open. Those people, when I meet them now at our age, are the best kind of people. They have the best stories.
Yeah.
They're the most tolerant of others, right?
Exactly.
Accepting others. Like, it's always great to have a conversation. This phrase is perfect for someone like that. Like,
Exactly.
they weren't lost, right?
It just came to mind a great repeated IELTS topic is like, should students take a gap year, right? Like this would be the perfect phrase to support students taking a gap year. Okay. I could talk more about that phrase. Like I have so much to say about that, but let's move on. So the next phrase we're going to teach you guys actually comes from a poem by Robert Frost. So I'm going to read just the end of that poem. And then Aubrey, you can explain the most important line there. So here's the end of that poem, guys. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So of course, that's the complete thought, but we summarize it with which line, Aubrey?
Yeah, we say the line, the path less traveled. And it summarizes that whole idea of not being conformist, right? Of not doing what everyone else is doing. You take the path less traveled, like the gap year, maybe all your other friends are going straight to university, and you would say, you know what? I'm going to take the path less traveled and do a gap year. So this would so great for speaking answers about that, as well as task 2.
Yeah, totally. If you have a non-traditional job, a non-traditional major, like in college, like anything that is not normal about you, right? Like we could summarize with this, and you could even mention Robert Frost. You could say, I think it's a poem by Robert Frost, The Road Less Traveled, The Path Less Traveled. And that is what I have chosen. I mean, like, how impressed would you be to hear like a native speaker say that, let alone a non-native speaker?
Yes, seriously, right? If you guys are saying anything where you feel like you did something a little different than the average person, sneak this in and just say, you know what? I took the path less traveled. And if you can even say, like the poem by Robert Frost, oh my heck, I'm like bad nine.
I know. So guys, for more natural language, for listening skills, for vocabulary, pronunciation, guys, our course, The Connected Communicator, guys, it's summer. Take a road trip with us. This is the most fun you can possibly have learning English. And you can save $59 if you enroll before July 5th. So go to allearsenglish.com/summer. Check it out. It's an incredible deal normally. But right now it's crazy. So go to allearsenglish.com/summer.
Yes. And we want to quickly make sure you check out episode 1809 of the All Ears English podcast. Yeah. We shared 4 idioms about traveling. Hit the road, get off the beaten track, and you'll have to check out that episode for the other 2. All of them would be super useful for talking about travel on IELTS. So check it out.
Awesome. Thank you for remembering that, Aubrey. Yeah. All right, Aubrey, I'll see you in the next episode.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.